Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Gio. Today is a subject that I really wanted to talk about. I really wanted to mention this one. I like all the topics as far as the muscle car group and the tuners, and this one is the exotic. Which exotic car would you pick and why? And what would you do to it? And so this can go a couple different ways. So like the first way, we could do a realistic car, a realistic exotic car. What would you pick and why? And then we can do the non-rational and just say, hey, what car would you pick? Like no matter what it costs, no matter this and that, and what would you do to it and why? And why would you pick that car? So to give a few examples of exotic cars in supercars would be like a Audi R8 V10, the Gallardo, the regular Gallardos, the LP versions, like the 360 Ferrari, 430, 458, 488, F12 Ferraris, all the McLarens qualify, all the McLarens, really all Ferraris too, Lambos, like Porsche 911 Turbo S, got the GT3 RS, the GT2s. I say that halfway margin would be like a Cayman GT4, a Boxer Spider, that halfway margin. What else we got here? We got like the Viper. No, the GTR isn't a supercar, and no, it's not an exotic. I mean, the new Nismo kind of gets that borderline exception, but to most hardcore car enthusiasts, they're gonna say it's not, just because it's like a regular shaped car. It don't have that look, that attention to detail, that look. Like, it has the speed is perfect, performance is perfect, but it doesn't have that supercar exotic look to it. So it kind of passes as like a regular car, like on the same level as like a Corvette Z06, same level like that. Got the Aston Martin Vanquish, DB11, the new one. You got a lot of cars. Then you got the hypercars. You got the Pagani Zonda, Pagani Huayra, Koenigsegg, Regera. You got the Lamborghini Vino. You got the Ferrari LaFerrari, the Enzo, the F40, the F50. You got the McLaren P1. You got the Lotus Hennessy Venom. The Devil 16. A lot of people I don't think a lot of people know about that car, but the Devil 16 would be one of my unlimited money hypercar picks. The Devil 16 and the Ferrari LaFerrari. The Devil 16 is a 16-cylinder, 4-turbo. It has 5,000 horsepower. Actually, if y'all go check out my Facebook page, Anything with Motors, I have a picture. That's my main picture on the page, is the Devil 16, and then follow behind the LaFerrari on the wallpaper. So yeah, the Devil 16 would be one of my picks. It's super rare. I only seen one. Realistically, well, it's still not realistic, but a LaFerrari would be next. I would love to have a LaFerrari. Probably over the Devil 16, maybe. I'd have to check both of them out. The Aperta, the convertible LaFerrari, not the coupe. The new Lotus Hennessy Venom GT that's coming out, supposed to be crazy. I think it's supposed to do 300, which is not nowhere near as fast as the Devil 16. But sometimes the car, it's not all about the maximum speed. Like, yeah, they'll top out good. Some of them top out more than others, but it's not all about that sometimes, as far as price range go, or material of the car, how it's made. But that would be my pick as far as non-realistic. Realistic type cars, I'm gonna have to go with, and it's a hard pick that I would have decided. Some of them, I like the R8, the V10 convertible. It's a nice everyday driving car. I would love to have an exotic car that I can just drive whenever. But I technically wouldn't drive it all the time. But when I do, I probably will drive it a long time that particular day that I take it out. So I like the R8. I love the Aston Martin V8 Vantage. It's a badass car. It's really nice. I love James Bond. I love the video games. You know, it's one of my games that I, till today, will play. You know, any 007. You know, I can get the suit and tie in that car and just hop out, and presentation is outstanding. You know, and how I'm presented. You know, people will treat you a certain way in suit and tie, you know, in that type of car. So I like the Vantage, the V8 Vantage, the V12. I would love that car, but I was looking them up, and the V12 Vantage convertible 7-speed manual, and it was a brand new one though. It's $250,000. For that price, I could get a Gallardo LP 570 6-speed manual convertible, or even be more happy and just walk out with the 430 Ferrari Spider, or maybe Scuderia bumper. Another car. So we got the Aston Martin Vantage, the Audi R8, the Ferrari 430. Can't forget about the 360. The 360 would be more realistic than the 430. The 430 would be kind of like my gold car at the end to get, because the premiums are going up on them on the manuals. So I kind of would lean towards the 360, the Ferrari 360 6-speed manual Spider. I like those cars. I didn't like them as much as I do now. Like before, when I was around them, I really didn't care too much, but now I like it. It's like so fucking hard for me to find one, to actually check it out and everything. But before, I was always around it and then really didn't pay too much. But I love that car. And last but not least would be the 911 Turbo, of course. The 911 Turbo is like what people hate to admit. It's like one of the baddest fucking supercars you can get. You can drive it whenever, good gas mileage, more technology than any damn thing, 4x4. It's faster than all the other cars. It's like, what more do you want? You know, it does everything that a car really not supposed to do as far as a supercar and exotic car goes. But technology is changing for 2017, so you know things gonna change up a bit on how reliable cars are getting more reliable. People not trying to deal with bull crap with cars breaking down. If you don't break down, it's not an exotic, or if you don't have problems and this and that, it's, you know, it's time for that change. People trying to actually drive these cars and not have problems. You know, you look kind of like a dumbass when you got an expensive ass car and then you try to crank it, it won't crank, or you break down at the wrong time, or you're at a car show or something it just don't go right. It makes you kind of look like a donkey. You know, honestly, to be real, I know I wouldn't want to break down. I'm around a lot of good people, or the event, something's going on, or attention's on me, and it just fails. And you just look like a donkey. So if I had to pick, and I'm gonna cut this short because I got some vlogs I gotta do. If I had to pick, I think I would pick, me personally, I like the 911 Turbo Tech Arc, and I found one. So I'm gonna keep that one on a low. But I would pick that particular 911 Turbo Tech Arc over Audi R8 any day. Okay, so that drops the Audi R8. Now, if I had to pick the 911 Turbo Tech Arc over the V8 Vantage, I'm gonna pick the Tech Arc over the V8 Vantage every day. But the V8 Vantage is really a car that's gonna be really easy for me to get, and I can find a really, really nice one for a really, really good price. So I'm gonna keep that in the back of my mind, because if all fails, I at least can get me a Vantage and still come out and do what I gotta do with the business, and then eventually just switch cars up to something else. So the Vantage, that has to go. I picked the 911 Turbo Tech Arc. Okay, so the R8's gone, the Vantage gone. And so the only car that's left is the 360. That's why I would have a hard problem picking a 911 Turbo Tech Arc or the 360 Ferrari. Because a Ferrari is a Ferrari. I don't care what year, how it is. All of them look really nice. They take very good care of them. So I think I don't drink like that at all. So I think I have to get drunk and just probably in the next day and the next day and do some test drives and get drunk and just figure it. Because that would be so hard for me to pick between that Tech Arc and a 360. But if you really trying to kill it, you're gonna kill it either way, because that Porsche nobody has.